Gorgeous day today. I think I might do a little bit of body work on the dually, maybe prime around the flares. A few little rust spots there I sanded down. Guess I gotta weld a couple holes shut. Got my brand new airboard out for the first time. That's awesome. Way better than hand sanding. Sand a little bit, weld a little bit, and then I'll show you the next coat of Bondo. Got all my welding done. A few spots of Bondo. And the third brake light's yellow and it's cracked, so it disappeared. And guess I'm not doing body work today. It's raining on me. Gonna loosen off the rad saddle and see if I can pull that fender away from the bottom of the door a little. And see how the front here's all bent. I hit a deer doing like 100. Deer spun around, and I think the butt of the deer hit the door. That's why I got Bondo on the door. Got my fender bolted on this side, holes welded shut. This had a huge dent in it and knocked it most of the way out. A little bit of filler. That looks better. More body work. Got my favorite little helper doing the door jams. Got my bird bath mostly sanded down. Got a rust hole there to fill. And a rust hole there to fill. Bought a clear 3/4 inch LED light. Doesn't fit in the hole very good. I'm going to weld this washer on the back side so I can plug the light into it. Then screw the original cover back over top. I only got 1/3 of a high build primer gallon left. So I'm trying to do most of this with Bondo before I spray it. Because another $160 in primer is definitely not in the budget. I got this Cloverdale industrial paint and Cloverdale slow reducer. I mixed it about 8 parts paint, 3 parts reducer. I think I'm going to go 4 or 5 parts reducer when I do the truck. It was a little bit thick still. 1 part universal hardener. Didn't really do any prep work on this tailgate. Just scuffed it with 220 really quick. It's in really rough shape, so I'm not going to waste time with this tailgate when I have a nicer one. Paint dried really well overnight. My fingers are dusty, but nice and glossy. Went on a little bit orange peely, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit more. But the paint went hard. I'm happy with it.
Got my dad sanding. Right, Randy?
Right. Got my cowl half sandblasted. I got to fix the hose on the sand. Got the rockers on both sides sandblasted and the bad rust spots on the box.
Got my dad sanding. Mommy, my mom is taping mail to the windows so that Randy doesn't get paint on it. I got my mom cleaning the rubber and the little bit of the window. Hope you like and subscribe.
Well, I primed it in the dark with a flashlight. It actually doesn't look that bad. I don't know if you can reduce high build primer, but I kind of had to. It's a little cold outside. Why doesn't the 220 work on my house? Why? Well, this looks like it was on fire, so I'm going to guess that's probably our problem. Block sanded for a whole day. Didn't record it. That's kind of boring. Wherever imperfections, little tiny skim coat of Bondo with a razor blade. Got my flares back on. Oh, it's getting pretty close now. Use these clear plastic garbage bags I got for free, but the tape doesn't want to stick to the bag, or the bag doesn't want to stick to the tape, whatever. Down here, tucked it in underneath the carpet. Never seen that done before, but that's like really rusty and like not good, so tape does not want to stick to that. A little bit of Bondo on all my stone chips and scratches. Gonna keep masking off the windows, and tomorrow I'll do the final sand, tack cloth, and then paint. Gave up on that tailgate. This tailgate's a lot better shape. Not doing a whole lot of body work to it, just fix the big dents. Just gonna scuff the little tiny rust chips, pretend like they're not there. The A was all smashed in, so I got that looking pretty good. This corner was all smashed in, I got it pounded out, little tiny bit of Bondo, good enough for me. Got the tarp off the truck. I'm gonna wipe it down, dry it off, work on my tailgate for a bit. Wanted to paint it Sunday. The hydro connection up there on the side of the house made me lose $220 to the whole house. Fixed the hydro Sunday. Got the truck almost ready for paint. Worked on it all day Monday. Hydro went out about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't come back on till 1 in the morning. Tuesday, yesterday, we had 90% chance of rain. Actually didn't rain at all. It was a beautiful day. Totally could have painted it yesterday. Today, I don't care if it starts snowing, I'm painting it. I'm painting it no matter what today. I'm done. This is what I got for air dryers, just laying around. Extra regulators for no reason. All the drains cracked on the compressor and air separators, and it's still spraying out oil and water. That should be interesting. Done sanding everything. Gonna go over the truck one more time as I'm tack clothing it, and if I find a little spot, I'll just scuff it real quick. Dad always said the best paint jobs happen when you don't even remember. So we're on 2 out of 15. Let's try to have that gone by the time we're done painting. Definitely could have used like 7 more coats of high build primer, but where there was little imperfections, I just kind of feathered it out. It'll be good enough. I think I'm going to start with the bumper for that truck and the tailgate first. Make sure the paint gun's working okay, and then I'll point it at the rest of the truck, I guess. Definitely should invest in like a half decent air dryer, because the quick coupler on the paint gun is definitely dripping a lot of water and oil. So I guess that's my solution. Just made a diaper out of like half a roll paper towel, wrapped it in masking tape. Hopefully it doesn't soak through and drip on the truck. Scented a little bit too much on the bumper and the tailgate, but I got the paint gun set up now. I painted the cowl. The cowl looks really nice. Guess I'll do the door jambs now, and then I'll rip that plastic out so it doesn't touch on my inner door, and I'll get up there and paint the roof. Paint's a little bit thin. It's running a little bit in the door jambs. I think instead of 8 to 4, 8 parts paint, 4 parts reducer, I think I'm going to do 8 to 3. And I'll just have to slow down and not send it so much. Oh, 3 out of 15. Let's stumble up there and paint the roof. So I was painting this, and then something dripped. Like, what the hell? This is water and oil that dripped out of the tip of the paint gun, where the paint mixes with the air. That's probably good. Maybe I should check the oil in the compressor. I'm going to give it a little bit of break, let it cool down, let it drain out completely out of the drain in the bottom, and then I guess fire it back up and just keep sending it. Actually looks pretty good. Oh, you can even see the reflection. Got the second coat on the tailgate and the door jambs. Gonna do the roof next. But my paint gun dripped water and oil. Huh. So I guess my water separators don't work. Tried to paint over my runs. Kind of level them out. It kind of worked for a minute, but the paint sagged off, and then now it looks like this. Guess I sprayed too much in the gas door hole, because it leaked out the bottom. Side of the truck don't look too bad. Maybe I should have done the passenger side first before I went and did that. This is usually covered in back road dirt and motor oil anyway, so I don't think I'll notice it. Oh, 4 out of 15. I punched out the door plastics, just shoved them inside the truck. Tried not to drop anything on the brand new paint, but I dropped stuff on the brand new paint anyway. The door jambs look really, really bad. I tried to do it in 1 coat. I messed up. I should have done at least 2 coats. Lots of runs. It is what it is. I can shut the doors now and then just paint the outside of the truck, pretend like the door jambs are okay. For every half paint gun paint that I spray, seems like the best thing to do is to shut off the compressor, let it drain out of the bottom. To be honest, I don't know how to do body work. I don't know how to paint. Definitely cannot set up a paint gun. So if it looks like an orange, yeah, I did it. 5 out of 15. What does that tractor guy say? Making the drip happen? Oh, I'm definitely making the drips happen. Definitely the more I drink, the more random the mix ratio gets. So don't quote me on how to mix this paint. 7 out of 15. Get at it. Well, I got runs everywhere. I guess I'm going to learn how to wet sand and buff. Sanded out the bad runs. Second coat of paint. Definitely looks better than yesterday.